Hey guys, Jody from Down Mechanical. I'm in Taree, the Fortis sort of area, in New South Wales, Australia. For us in Australia, this is the old faithful, this control, a ute, as we call it, or a truck as you guys like to say. Yeah, this is my service truck. So I've got a service cab on the back, which is, sort of phased out in Australia. Up top here is just more of the big, I use a lot, but not as much as here. Just a breakdown kit for airlines. So like a lot of the work I do is at G's, as well as on highway equipment, as well as plant. So you've got to have metric, imperial, all that sort of shit. And of course, everyone's different. Just a set of these jumbo spanners, metric and imperial, then standard ties, metric. Most of the stuff I've found so far that I've been doing is just mainly metric. So just this short set of spanners from Top Tool. Pretty handy, goes 6mm to 32. We've just finished up for the day, so the truck's a bit dirty at the moment, but it's just some big old pipe shifters, pipe wrench, whatever you want to call it. Got a few of those for like hydraulic rams and such. So I've just got a very large assortment of pry bars. You never have too many pry bars. A lot of my gear is Snap-on. The Snap-on fella I deal with is pretty handy. I just got one of these actually from the father-in-law. Keen to see how strong she goes. Looks pretty handy. It's got like that little extra angle when you're trying to pry something out, trying to get in the tight spot like that and lever it where you can't with the pry bar. So I reckon they'll come in handy pretty soon for getting like pins out of equipment. There's another set of pipe wrench, 3/4 and 1/2-inch breaker bar, and then a big set of Nibex multis, pretty much anything. And I've run a come along on it to try and twist I was doing a cab mount on one of the early model Hinos. Just couldn't get that last little bend on it, and surprisingly I put that with a bit of a large come along on it just to try and get that extra 3 or 4 more degrees to line the hole up, which worked perfectly. So I'm pretty happy with the grip on it. Didn't slip. Sketchy as all fuck, but you gotta do these things. Then here's just more of like just general stuff. So parts for customers, batteries. I just brought this from the parts washer. Gloves, ratchets, straps, sorry, and just some metal for making stuff to pull pushers out with. Obviously threaded rod for kind of jig. I've got piping out the back so I can make stuff up. Just brake clean, some degreaser, and a isolator. So this is the main section I work out of. Start up top here is probably the easiest way to do it. Just everything here is covered in WD-40 just because I do a fair bit of night work, and out here we're not too far from the beach, so everything's just salty and rusts like no tomorrow. So they're not even a month old and they're already rusting, so I just spraying everything with WD-40 to prevent that. Up top I've just got this set of, as you can see, I haven't sprayed that yet, torque sockets off Snap-on, just some little fittings for pressure testing rads. Every truck out here literally, besides 2 I think from memory, runs this style. So I just keep it up top here. It's the most used thing I've got when it comes to that. So all that's really down here, kind of due for a clean up, but we'll get there. It's just all my sockets. Obviously I've got my other toolbox at home for the rest of my gear, but this is just my service truck. So all my service equipment is in here. Everything that I've found that I use a lot, I've just chucked in here. Anything other, so if I'm doing anything I don't know, I got to bring other specific tools for, I just chuck them in. Just some more pry bars, extensions for the little gear, crow's feet, adapters, picks, test lights. Because I do a fair few fleet company sort of jobs, I look after all their fleet work, so I do their cars as well. A lot of the Euro shit that I've been getting has got a lot of these weird sump plugs, like square drives. So I just found it's handy as shit to just have that for them, like Renaults, and I think it's Nissan Navara's run another one. Just for filler gauges. I got this off Snap-on, and then of course after I brought it they decided to bring out one where you got 2 black and 2 red, or whatever colour you choose. So now I'm stuck with the 4 of the same. 2 of each would be easier, so you know which one's intake and exhaust. This little pink set here is for doing like hydraulic ram seals. You just scoop her up inside rather than using a pick and scratch in the bore or anything. Just some tape and a little bit. So like I said, we're still just finishing up, so we're gonna have a clean up in a sec. But yeah, a lot of my gear is snap-on. Like I said, me snap-on rep does me some good deals, so I can't really argue with the prices. So I got 3/4 gear, extensions, yeah, you name it, I've got it in here. I only brought this because it's shiny. I think I've used it twice for what its actual purpose is. It's mainly for if you're running down like a lot of long bolts, doing head work and stuff. This little 36mm little T&E set for like Mercs, Freightliners, all their filters, the newer stuffs, run them. Just some wobblies and obviously snap-on extensions that are everywhere at the moment, so we'll tidy up in a bit. Up top here, just some punches, some double end ring spanners and drifts, some more gear for like some fabrication work. You've got to drill shit out, punch it, mark it, obviously some thread bond. And up top here, I've just got all my circuit all my pliers, and it's all snap on to be honest, besides me little bits. And up top here, Blue Point, these are just mainly for like hose clamps. Trailer brake tools, so feed the trailer air if I'm doing wheel bearings for the day, rather than run the truck every half hour to keep the air up. Just a fair few different lengths and style scrapers I found pretty handy. A few flogging spanners. Actually, surprisingly, this little gear wrench over there thing for cars, I can't fold it, eh? It's done pretty high-end cars, like as just a test. It's done, what was it, Range Rover Sport, like a fairly new one, connected to it, and it cost me $100 for that. Brake adjust tools, just some mini pry bar, little mini screwdriver, and then the rest is just standard tang through screwdrivers, flat and Phillips. Yeah, just all my large sockets. So what did I go up to? 95mm down to I think 60. Oh no, 45. Sorry. And then I got a few butt sockets for smaller trucks where they got the square drive inner, and then I've just got an adjustable wheel nut socket, which is just for everything. Seal punch, just a snap-on 56-inch dead blow, 56-ounce dead blow, old extractor and shit. So all I'm doing here really is just got my batteries for chargers. Yeah, nothing too fancy in here. I run everything I run Milwaukee, so obviously I just brought the Milwaukee big charger, so it does your M12 and your M18 batteries all in one. It's pretty good for the room. I'm still tidying this up. It's gonna run the battery underneath the car, so it's all hidden and I get more room to run a fridge. That's a later job. We've got around the back here a little work platform. So I carry me parts washer, so it's 240 volts, so I've got my inverter in there to run. Stay up there. I just got some degreaser, grease, coolant pressure, that's the kit. Another creeper and some press tools up top there. Nothing too fancy, just big shit that I can't really fit in the drawers. And then this long girl. So like I said, I do a lot of work out in where we are. There's no light. They're out in the field. So this stand light works pretty well for, if you're doing a fair few jobs around a truck rather than having to move your car to try and see. I do a lot of night work, I should say, sorry. Grease gun, extension leads. This is all portable, so you can run your M18 batteries through it, or you can plug it in and charge your batteries. So if I'm doing like that AUSSIE over there, I had to pull an air dryer off. So I'll just run this to that because I can't get to it. And then, yeah, just got me creeper, air hammer, and me radio because we love listening to tunes. In here is just more of the Milwaukee gear. Like I said, everything I run in here at the moment's Milwaukee. So yeah, I've got everything pretty much I've needed. I've got a few other little bits at home, but this is pretty much everything I've needed out on the field. Just got a set of these little Scotch-Brite pads for me die grinder. Got the tool in there as well. What I've got up here is just a slide hammer, just a set of burrs and some different size gasket paper. So in here all I've got is gear wrench, ratchet, tap and die set, and just a few other electrical ones. So an Endeavour, I think you think. So if you do a fair bit of sparky work, this is probably the handiest kit. It's literally got everything. Yeah, you got variable resistors, LED lights, clamps, everything. It comes with connectors and shit. I've got my own for back probes and stuff. The only other thing that I've got that's probably handy is this kit 4 fuses, so the fuse saver, blah, 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 blah. It's just the master kit, so, you know, rather than going through about $50 or $60 worth of fuses, you just plug that in to whatever style, you know, you got, plug it into the system, so you can plug this into your fuse block, or if it's a weird style one, so, you know, you've got it bolted on, or I haven't really had to use these ones yet, but if you got like your bullet style ones, you can just plug these in, and then this bad boy plugs into the top like so. If I plug it in properly, it'd be awesome. So you plug that in, and now that's in your circuit. Makes it easier to test rather than, you know, trying to dodgily fit this into that. It's just a lot nicer, a lot neater. I'll pack that up in a sec. So all I got here is just rags, scan tool, just a spare little bit. I've just brought some more tools I didn't need. These Mueller spanner extenders, so I got 3/4 and 1/2 inch. Just done a fuel pump probably a week ago, so I've got to get that out. Got these. I've been using these a fair bit on, like, you know, quick jobs on the side of the road, then repair it later. I found them pretty handy. Like, nice and easy. It's heat shrunk, soldered, does its job. And I've just got all my Loctites and copper anti-seize, air jack, sorry, and seal punch. The other jack decided to shit itself the other night, which is awesome because we were using it, and of course that's when it wants to fucking die. So up top here, I've just got some Deutsch plugs, drill bits, and just some trim clip tools, and the little trim clips themselves. A bunch of hose clamps. So these caps I found are fucking awesome. Like, obviously I do a fair few different reams and shit, so it's got everything you can think of, from like millimeters to fucking, you know, 25, 30 mil. Then all I got in here is just fuses, electrical connectors and such. Just some more anti-seize and lubricants. Got these fuel assortment kits, so I think this one's just split pins. And then I got one with grease stipples and O-rings. Then I've just got my multimeter. I run the snap-on one because I'm blind and I don't want to wear my glasses. So the letters and numbers are very big, so I can see it properly and not have to try and wear glasses. And then, yeah, just got some press tools. I've got my little press over on the bench. Some drill bits from Snap-on. And, you know, just heat gun and solder. It's just all my little nuts and bolts in the kit. And then down here I just got heat string. Some leftover wire and rolls of dual core 6mm and 2mm, or 3mm maybe, I don't remember, but enough to get me out of the job on the side of the road. Then I just got my electric fan because I'm fat and I like to be cold when I'm in a dash, and just some hand cleaner. So yeah, that's my truck. Still upgrade at the moment, but I've got another toolbox I'll do another video on at home for, you know, more in-depth work. For like when I was doing this fuel pump, I had to bring some other gear. But yeah, rather than overloading my car, I just bring all my service gear into it. So any more in-depth jobs, obviously I'll bring more in-depth work tools. But fuck, I've got enough in here to get me out of trouble for most jobs.
Once again, head over to FortisHG.com for any tools, tracks, or parts you need. If you want to watch another video, you can click here.